I believed I could do anything. If I wanted to be a fairy princess, a mermaid, a professional footballer, then all I had to do was believe. Sadly, as I grew, I realised that maybe being a fairy princess or a mermaid was not quite achievable. But hey, as a teenager, maybe a footballer, a netball player, or a professional badminton player, surely this is still a possibility. I enjoyed the majority of my time at school. I got awarded Sportsman of the Year consecutively 2 years running, and also Student of the Year at the Leaving Assembly. And both these awards gave me a great sense of achievement. Now, I do remember being at school and being asked that one question that nobody seems to know the answer. It's impossible to answer. So what do you want to do when you leave school? I remember standing there thinking, I haven't got a clue. I really don't know what I want to do when I leave school. I don't know really what my options are. I don't know what's really achievable for me and how long I'd have to study. Now, my parents had the view of that you don't study for the sake of studying. There has to be a job at the end of it. So it was around the time for my work experience, and I thought, okay, I like children and I like animals. So I decided for my week's work experience, I'd go and work in a nursery for a week, and I had the most fantastic time. I really enjoyed it, and I decided this would be a good career move for me. Unfortunately, at the time, I didn't actually contemplate how the earning potential of this job. I kind of went with the idea of, what will I enjoy? What will be rewarding? And the pay was secondary. So on making this decision, I decided to go to college, and I studied the NNEB in nursery nursing. And I had a fantastic year, enjoyed studying, also enjoyed partying. But whilst I was studying, I had the opportunity to work in a school. And I was working with one of the teachers, and they were astounded when they spoke to me and said, why are you doing nursery nursing? Why aren't you doing teaching? And I remember at the time I would have been about 17, and I thought, oh no, I don't think that's achievable for me. You know, so much training. And so I just let it go. However, when I qualified at 18, I was fairly confident, and upon qualifying, I quickly got a job, and I worked in a nursery for about 3 years. And I really loved the job. I enjoyed the children, it was a fantastic time, but I got a little bit bored, and I needed another challenge. So whilst contemplating different career moves, I thought, shall I go abroad? Shall I do teaching? Or shall I do nursing? And I was seriously contemplating the idea of nursing when I saw an advert for a hospital play specialist. Now, during my course at college, I had learnt about what a hospital play specialist does, and I thought that's a really interesting role and really rewarding. But I thought, well, they want a qualified play specialist. No point me applying. Why are they going to go for me? I haven't got the qualification. And then I thought, which I'm really pleased, I thought, why don't I just go for it? What have I got to lose? So I applied for the job, and I handed my application on the last day, just before the deadline. I'm so pleased I did, because I got offered the job, and they also paid for my training up in London to complete the hospital play specialist course. I then worked in that job for the next 9 years, and it was one of the most rewarding jobs I've had. My main role was to promote the emotional and social welfare of children and adolescents in hospital. Now, as you can imagine, in hospital, I had lots of fun times, but I also had lots of sad and very difficult times. And one of my roles that I could see on a daily basis was obviously the struggle some of the children with their medical conditions or their disabilities, the struggles they had to reach every day to reach their goals and what they wanted to achieve. And part of my job was to promote their confidence and self-esteem, to find ways to help them reach their goals. And recently, I decided I'd better have a look at myself and see what's happening. And I remember back when I was a child, and I wanted to know what happened with my confidence and my conviction in that if I believe, I can do anything. Now, over the previous few years, I've had some emotional stresses that have actually left me lacking confidence and lacking self-esteem in myself. But I'm very pleased to say that I have been working on that, and obviously I still praise everybody else and I give them good self-esteem, good self-confidence, but I'm learning to give that to myself as well. And also I have decided that I am going to do what I want, and I am also going to achieve all I can, and I'm really encouraging this in both my small children as well. So recently I've just passed my maths GCSE, which I took again, and I've also started a new job as a teaching assistant, and also in a couple of weeks I will be starting an open university course, which I hope to put towards a degree in social work ideally. And in the previous year, I've had some fantastic experiences of rock climbing, surfing, extreme mountain biking, I don't think I do motorbiking, and high assault courses. And that was a fantastic experience. And the one thing that all my your goals, you have to be committed and dedicated to what you want to do. And you have to be determined and not be deterred or influenced by others. So ultimately, achieving starts